Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome to a very chilly North Sea. So hello everyone, and a very warm welcome indeed to this week's episode of One Man and His Boat. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you're all nice and toasty and warm in your houses with a cup of tea and your feet up, because today is a very chilly day. Now, we've just had a week's worth of northerly winds, north-northeast as well, and it's swinging around to easterly. So we've got a lull between the storms, and we're going to go out and pull the gear and see what's in it. Now, I'm swithering, two minds whether to bring a fleet in today for repairs. Basically, I've got something coming up that I'll talk about later on, and I need to prepare myself, I really do. And yeah, I'm starting to get worried, I really am. Right, anyway, let's untie the ropes and let's get out of here, because the tide's ebbing and they're big tides, so we don't want to be here. Let's go, guys. At least the sun's up this morning, guys. It's a beautiful morning. I say, the lull in between storms. Right, so what is Barry nervous about? Well, everybody knows that this is the Lindsay Bees year for the MCA. Now, I'm always a guy that likes to prepare for everything. And in order to get your MCA, you have to have your certificate of registry up to date. Now, my registry runs out in November, so you're allowed to re-register within that sort of year. In fact, they say 6 months, but me being me, I was well ahead of the game. So I applied to redo my registration for the boat. That was a kerfuffle in itself. 3 emails back and for it, because they didn't have this, they didn't have that, they wanted this, but then they were sending links that went to nowhere and stuff like that. But I will say this, they did say it's a new system and they are learning. So I gave them some nice positive feedback, and hopefully in due course they will sort themselves out. But being a government website, it's pretty much non-negavitable. So, yesterday, I get an email for the MCA. Oh, you're overdue your inspection. I'm like, overdue? What are you talking about? We've got you down here as September. I says, yeah, September this year, 2025. You need to get yourself booked in. I'm like, alright, here we go. So they send you a lovely form as 5100, 5100, and it's a whole list of basically information that you have to fill out to apply for your MCA inspection. Now the Lindsay B's getting its in-water inspection and its out-water, so both. In-water means that they inspect the safety gear, the boat stability, things like that. An out-of-water survey is basically your shaft, your rudder, condition of the hull, that sort of thing. And with being a workboat, the Lindsay B does need a little bit of TLC here and there. It's not that I've been neglecting it, it's just that I can't afford it. I mean, all these things cost money, and as soon as you put in a marine environment, it's another zero on the end of your price tag. And they just didn't seem to understand. I mean, so far on my MCA, I've serviced 2 life jackets, I've spent the £70 on the re-registration. There's 2 or 3 other things that I've bought for the inspection. I've still to look through my flares and everything, but they're all in date and they will be right up past the inspection. I've got all that sort of paperwork things to sort out. Oh, honestly, it's just like a minefield. It costs a fortune. And if these guys are wanting the boat lifted out to inspect it and not wanting me to do it on the grid, that's a repair berth for everybody local, then that's going to cost me big money as well, because I need to hire a crane to lift us out to get the inspection and put us back in, so that's going to cost us double the amount. It's just, honestly, offer a little bit of paper to say that the Lindsay B's fit for sea. Now, I understand completely that they have to have safety around the coast and all the rest of it. But when you've got oil tankers running into other oil tankers off a Humvee, then a lot of questions have got to be asked how hard they're hitting the little man. Because in the MCA's eyes, one size fits all. So, what's the plan today? Never mind about the MCA. It's a beautiful day. The sky is blue, the sea's a wee bit rolly, and the sun is up. What more do we need? We need lobsters, that's what we need. And where the gear is, I doubt we're going to see very many. Now, they've been lying over a week now, unfortunately. And I'm just going to be actually hauling them and putting them back where they are, because in another day's time, we're getting a nice strong easterly coming through. Now, Dunbar, for everybody that's new to the channel, from the southeast to the north is all bad for Dunbar. And we've just had, like I said at the beginning of this vlog, a lot of northerly winds. So I'm interested to see the condition of the Creels, because they're all out in deep water. They're in 18 fathom, so fingers crossed everything should be hunky-dory. But you never know, they might have horseshoed, or they might be on top of each other or something like that. We'll find out as we go through it. But I was thinking about short gear, because after this wee mini storm that comes in, it's meant to be calm. It's still southeast easterly, but it's meant to be calm. That was until I got my MCA later yesterday. So that's put a damper on the plans. I need to find out exactly what's happening. Now this is just on my mind, alright? I understand that. It's just, I'm overthinking everything. And it's only because I'm so nervous, because these guys have the power to basically stop you going to sea. So I now can't risk putting gear in, or working on hard ground, or lobster ground really, until I know exactly what's happening and if I'm allowed to go back to sea after the inspection. And it's not just me, I've heard scary stories already, and that's just been this week, about trawl men being stopped to go into sea because their sweeps, that's the combination that they run off the winch, was rusty. Even a new sweep, by the way guys, can snap, because that's what the MCA officer's excuse was. It's rusty, so you need to get it changed. Now, sweeps are not cheap, by the way, as anything is after COVID these days. So that's the guys now not getting a pay because this MCA officer stopped them, or because of something that they know nothing about. But I'm just hearing it, like Lindsay says. Lindsay said this. She says, you always hear about the bad stories, you never hear about the good stories. Is there any good stories? If anybody's had any good stories with MCA, please let me know. Please write in the comments below if you've had any good experience with the MCA. I did when I first got this one inspected. Pat Bonner, absolutely brilliant guy. Blooming a lifetime experience with the MCA. He knew what he was talking about. He could see what was what and how well everything was built. And proper expert. As these days, who knows? I guess time will tell, guys, eh? But stay tuned, let's hope we can get this filmed. Because at the end of the day, I've got to do right by my business, and if they're not wanting filmed, I'm not going to film them. I'd love to, but they've kind of got me in a corner, and that's their power. They've got you by the kahunas. Right, anyway, let's stop talking. You can tell it's working on my mind because I'm not the usual bubbly self. I don't think I will be until I ken exactly what's happening. Sorry guys, sorry. Still smiling though. So we're going to start east and we're going to work our way to the harbour, because the last one west is the one that I might be pulling in. Now the bottom of the tide is 9:20 and it's 0.98 metres, which is too shallow for the Lindsay Bay. So that's why we're just going to take our time today. Bit of la-di-da-di-da. We've still got 7 fleets to pull, so the tide should be well on the flood by the time we get to it. It's only 7:10 now, so very good, very good. I just want to thank all you guys at home for all your support, all your comments. Some of you are absolutely hilarious, by the way. Some of the stuff that you come out with just doesn't make me chuckle like. But yeah, thank you so much guys for supporting this channel, because remember, this channel is nothing without you guys. You guys made it exactly what it is today, so thank you. Baby lobster! There you go guys, velvet with berries. She's a wee mammy, so that she's not allowed to be landed. And a wee squat lobster, guys. See that? Hey, bugger. Big queenie, female crab, you can tell she's female, with a brown purse for keeping her eggs safe, you see that? And then she's got the lovely rounded shell. And she's size. That's a baby Carol, this is a male crab. And you can tell he's, oh no, that's a female. Shut up, Barry. I don't even care what I'm talking about, jeez. Oh. Female as well, wow. Ah. Is that a stone? It is. I don't know if you can see that, guys. This little crab's got a stone in its purse. Now the old man of the sea used to tell me that this is to help them keep themselves weighed down when the weather is on, but I've never actually seen one do that before, so it must be true. There you go. Give me a kid. Whew, what's that? Lobster! Too small. Too small. Right, definitely Carol. There you go, male crab. White purse. Aggressive, flat shell. Got it right eventually, Jesus. Ooh, look at that big boy. Look at him. Beautiful. Lobster! That's nice. Hey guys, have a look at the catch. There we go. Now I'm sure some of you at home will be thinking, wow, that's brilliant, Barry. £2 a kilo they're now for the poos. So I need a lot of them. I need a lot of them to actually make any money. If that kept going, then I maybe get something out of it, 40 quid or something, if I got a box. And that fleet there, guys, was actually a prime example of what a horseshoe is. Now, when I shot this fleet, I shot it nice and straight like that. But because the weather came from the north, one of the ends swung round, so it's actually like a U. So that's exactly what that was there, because we started pulling up the way towards the west, and then it swung round, and we headed back east to finish the end of the fleet off. Luckily, it was all still red out, but a lot of guys say the way to combat that is put heavy ends, which is true. I mean, the heavier the ends you've got, the better. But I've got my way of fishing. I suppose that the fishermen at home that are watching the channel, you've got your way of fishing. And back in the 80s when I was first learning, we never had heavy weights. I mean, all we had was gallon containers with concrete in them. You could lift them up with your hand. So, each to their own, I suppose. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, where are we going to put this one? I think we're going to shot this one east from here, because obviously we want to start working our way towards Torness area, ready for the start of the spring season. Yay! Right, over you go, pal, over you go. That's an fleet that needs to go in for repairs. I mean, the Creels are not too bad, but it's 2 or 3 bits and bobs that I want to get done. Of course, I can't get on with that because of all this MCO nonsense as well, because all that takes time. I've been at it 2 days and I'm still only halfway through the paperwork. It's nuts, really is nuts. Oh, to justify their own existence. Right, let's get on with the next fleet, shall we? I'll catch up with you. 3rd fleet, I think. Bye. Right guys, we're heading to the 3rd fleet. There wasn't a lot in that one. Poo wise, we only had 2 poos and a quarter basket of velvet, so there's plenty of velvets there. Better text Lindsay before we get to the next flag end. Yeah, when I finish the day's work at sea, I need to go back and get that MCA paperwork chased up. Need to get that application in. Then I need to get the boat ready for the inspection itself. Thing is, they've got 2 standards. They've got one for, oh god, you got a hair. Excuse me. Of course, I've got my gloves on, I'll never get it. Where'd that come from? I think I got it. Right guys, they've got 2 standards. They've got one for the actual boat getting inspected, and they've got another one for the inspectors. So you're already set up to fail, because obviously this inspector one is completely different from the one the boat they're inspecting. It's all wrong, it really is. Like I've said before, you don't stick your car in for an MOT to be judged differently. But hey oh, government group, nobody will touch them, nobody will say anything about it. And because fishermen didn't stand together and we've got no representation, they walk all over us. All over us. Our way or no way. That's the kind of general gist we get. If MCA if you're listening and you think I'm giving you an unfair sort of judgment, then prove me wrong, prove me otherwise. Tell us that you're willing to work with the fishermen instead of coming out with regulation rules. I mean, I know a guy down south who's built a brand new boat. You always see the size of skipper he's had to put in to keep them happy. It's freaking like this. It's only a 26 foot boat. Hell, it's more water onto the boat than it does out. That's what they didn't seem to understand. For smaller vessels, we're restricted by the weather, and we didn't need big scuppers that let the water out, because it always lets water in, especially when you've got a low freeboard. Bloody idiots. Oh, that was another thing the application was saying, that me have to make sure it's safe for the inspector to come and inspect my boat. I've got to make sure there's ladders to get onto the boat. I've got to make sure this, I've got to make sure that. Zero responsibility for their own actions. It's ridiculous, it really is. It's like common sense has went right out of the window because they're a government group. Bunch of mamby-pamby sods, like. Mamby-pamby sods. And the MCA are the prime reason, or one of the reasons, that poor Eddie can't get rid of his boat. Other people are just selling up because they're sick to the back teeth of this government interference. The final nail in the coffin for the fishing industry. The government's supposed to be there to actually help your nation thrive, but all they seem to do is destroy ships, coal, steel, fishing. And just to name a few, now they're on to farming. And where the hell do they think their food's going to come from? Oh, that's right, we'll just import it. That's really good for the planet too. Net zero by 2050. My hoop. Yeah, as you can see, we're going awfully political on one man in his boat today. Like everybody else, I'm just as fed up with it. I better put some bait in. Right, before anybody asks why am I not putting all the bait in, as soon as your back's turned, all these seagulls are straight into that box. I tell you, if you fill it too few, because they can get in through the handles and everything. They're sneaky little deviants, so they are. But of course they're starving, so what do you expect? Like I said before, they're starving because there's no trawl boats left. As I always used to follow the trawlers in and get a good feed. Oh, the bycatch's gone over the side. Dunbar's got 2 trawlers left. 2! A goddamn shame. Woohoo! Big kettle. More kettle. The size of sun. Yeah. Yes. As you can see, it's just nothing but small crab all the time. That's what you get when you fish away back here. I'm just chuffed for seeing something out. I thought it would be pulling blank after blank. Ooh! Do you see what I see? I thought so, big softy. Here we go, guys. Right, it's a berry hen. Oh, she's not. Lobster! It's not soft, not V-notch, not pregnant. She's mine. Welcome aboard the Lindsay Bee, my love. Carol. It's the last creel. Wee queenie. Yeah, she wee babe. Come back in a few years. There we go. Half past 8 and all's well. There we go, look at that beautiful lobster. Ooh. Right, my lovely lot, I'll catch up with you on the 5th fleet. Bye. Got one lobster out of that one, not a lot of poos, and a scrape in the velvets. But to be fair, that fleet is a new fleet, so it was still floaty. It had a middle weight and everything like that, so you'd expect a lot of the kind of fleets, because by the time they've actually settled on the bottom, there's no bait left in them anyway. So hopefully next time we come out to pull these pots they'll be a lot better. Oh. So it's now 9:10. Sure, that's about the bottom of the tide, something like that. I didn't really look, to be honest with you. But you can tell by the way the leaders are running off the flags. It's either slack tide now or it's thinking about turning, because they're kind of went from one way to the other now. Oh no, it's this one up here. Because I went for end, I thought that was just one fleet and they're awfully close together. I thought they were all balled up, but they're no. I swear to God, it's this MCA rubbish. It is so playing on my mind. Constantly thinking about it. But it'll be what it'll be. There's no stopping it. That's the thing. So I'm getting myself all worked up for nothing. At the end of the day, I need to be out here earning. They didn't seem to see it like that. You've got to abide by their laws, even though their laws, most of them didn't make sense. For vessels this size anyway. Remember, it's a ship. Idiots. Yes, I will say idiots. You're absolute idiots. You're either idiots or you're too damn lazy to make rules and regulations for smaller vessels, or you've no clue about smaller vessels and you didn't care way to turn to. Eh? They admitted themselves they hadn't had a clue when they took over for sea fish. Eh? They knew they were taking over from sea fish for 2 years. They never done a damn thing about it until after the swap over was done, and then it was panic stations. That's why you had all this scuppers and sealed decking nonsense. Not got a damn do but what government does, eh? If I ever win the lottery big, I'm away to buy my own island and make my own rules. That's what I said to Lindsay. She just laughed at me. Aha, right, these are the improved Creels. Right guys, what I've done, whoa, a little bit of experimentation here. Oh, you better come with me. Right, this Creel used to be a hard eye parlour and a soft eye parlour. So I've decided what I'm going to do is do 2 hard eyes. The reason for that, I just want to see if there's much difference between the soft eye ones and the hard eye. Years ago I used to always have hard eyes, but somehow I changed to blooming soft. Anyway, the new fleet that we've shot, that was soft eyed ones, and there wasn't a lot in it at all. But as you can see, the hard eyes have produced the goods a little bit better. So that's good news. We are further west, and usually the fishing's a wee bit better further west when the swell's been the way it has been. So we'll see how it goes, guys. We'll see how it goes. I just thought it'd be interesting to have a wee play about, really. Always experimenting. Oh, look at that. It's nice lobster, but she's soft. What's it, 8 I've got? Blooming well 8. Right, I better keep the bait back. 2 fleets of Richards now. Or is it 7? I can't bloody mind. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 2. Totally forgot about the weight. Duh. You can go. Should I stay or should I go? Right, so that's interesting. So the double-eyed ones are actually keeping the stuff a hell of a lot better. I think it's the angle I've got them at as well, because they're not a wide creel. Because they're narrow, they can come up at a better angle, eh? Well, yeah. I can see a full conversion coming on to all my boats. The big pearlers are all hard eyes, but some of the smaller ones are the softer. The soft ones are normally more for poos, for edible crabs. No crabs left here anymore. I mean, when I was a boy, God, you used to get boxes of the stuff. But when I was a boy, Torness wasn't here. I'm not saying that was the cause, but our waters have increased. Obviously, you go global warming and all the rest of it, but it's just things have changed. I know that much, as they do. Is it man-made? Who knows? Is it my fault? Who knows? Got to blame somebody, right? Oh, these fishermen days overfished because the blooming press say so. Press, no, nothing.
Sorry, Channel Zero, what?
Channel Zero, lifeboat. What the hell? What's the pinged? Ping! Whoa! Look at her berries, she's starting to change colour. They're going from a sort of black to a slight red, so she's no far away from letting them go. They'll probably look black to you in the camera. Wow! There we go again, guys, another one. She's a beauty. But as you can see, the colour of the eggs are beautiful, reddy, orangey colour. So she's got quite a lot of eggs on there as well, so yeah, they're no far from going. When you go, my darling, you let them go, hen. too wee, but you know. Just a boy here though. Yes, that's very interesting indeed. Certainly a lot more life in the double hard-eyed ones. Hey. Da 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 da. That's the tide on the turn now. Good luck, kiddos! Hopefully catch you in or two. Ba, 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 da, da. Sinking straight away. That's good. This is a new fleet as well, and they're sinking straight away, so good. Well, it's one of the newest, oldest fleets I had. Still needed a soaking. I've been dying to get that in on the pier in the water for a week and a half now. But with this easterly, I'm not going to risk it. Once I ken what the weather's up to, then I'll get shot. Because I need everything all soaked by the time we actually start the spring's fishery. Which is any time now. And with this MCA thing happening in my head in the background, yeah, I'm not really concentrating on what I should be doing, which is fishing. Making money. Or at least trying to. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the last fleet, Bazza's favourite fleet of the day. This one's going home though. We're going to put it on the pier.
That's normal 30 minutes. Right.
So let's get this done and then we're finished for the day. And once I figure out what's happening with this MCA, then I'll decide what I'm doing after dawn. Oh wait a minute, these are awfully close together. What's going on? These are pretty close together. I guess time will tell when we haul it. flags needing changed. Now you'll notice some of these are the soft eye ones, nothing in them. So these will probably be converted all to hard eye when I get them ashore. Especially since we're on the hunt for lobsters. Queenie. Yay! Queenie! 50 for Queenie! Nice beautiful kettle, look at him. Wow! Worth it. To be behind you. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, so close but yet so far. Right guys, home time. Before this battery cuts out, might as well just do my index. If you enjoyed this video guys, please give it a thumbs up. Please write a comment below if you have any questions. And please, please, please subscribe to the channel. That's always very helpful indeed. Until your next vlog, my friends, you'll take care of yourself. All the very best. Right, let's get home